Services are also available if you call 211. In other news now, as the federal shutdown drags into its fourth week, the term extending healthcare subsidies has been thrown around.
But what does this actually mean for you and what you pay when it comes to your coverage? Arman Rahman breaks down those numbers to find out. Arman?
Eric, Sarah, insurance is complicated, but what isn't is that it can be expensive. Democrats won't sign a deal to fund the government unless tax credits for the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, which are set to expire at the end of the year, are extended. And even though you're hearing that word subsidies a lot, it has all to do with premiums or how much you pay out of pocket.
It looks very likely that a lot of people will drop coverage if they don't get these enhanced subsidies because the stakes there are so large.
Because of these subsidies, about 24 million people across the country are enrolled in Affordable Care Act plans.
A few years ago during COVID, those subsidies were enhanced, and we saw a lot more people taking advantage of the Obamacare plans after that.
Those subsidies do things like eliminate premiums or the monthly fee you pay for coverage for lower income enrollees. They also cap premiums for higher earners. According to risk and insurance expert Dan Sachs, for some of these people, it saved them several $1,000s a year.
For them, it's very likely going to be unaffordable. For other people who especially are lower income, the hit is going to be more like hundreds of dollars a year. Of course, if you are making $30,000 a year, another few $100s a year can be quite difficult.
In Wisconsin, more than 313,000 people signed up for an Obamacare plan last year.
For those people, health insurance is extremely expensive.
Almost 90% of them received an advanced premium tax credit, the subsidy at risk here. Sachs says about 63,000 people are at risk of losing their subsidy entirely.
The choice some people have to make is whether they want to get a less generous plan that has a lower premium, but maybe continues to offer basic coverage and coverage in the event of a catastrophe.
That's why he says if you're worried about how much you'll pay out of pocket next year,
well, I would shop around. And of course, you pay more for a more generous network that maybe covers even more hospitals. So that's another way that you can save on the premiums, is if you're willing to go for a narrow network plan.
And I spoke to the manager of the health insurance store in Middleton, which offers free and paid consultation and helps people shop the marketplace for insurance. He could not do an interview because it's the middle of Medicare open enrollment, but he says the subsidies have been helpful and losing them could be a nightmare for many of his clients.
Arman.